It seems as though everyone loves hand balances. If you can do them, we love to do them. If you're just learning them, we love to try them. Anything. Bakasana, headstand, handstand, forearm balance. We just seem to love them. But the stumbling block for most people is the fear of falling. The desire to succeed is high, but the fear is also very high. There are a few things that we can do to deter the fear. And one of the big things is improve your splits. Because if you have a good split, you can step up into any of the hand balances, except for, of course, Bakasana, easier than if you don't have a good split. Also, forward fold is super important for hand balances. If you have a good forward fold, your hip weight is already enough over the hands that you can just step right up into it. And it helps you get over the fear of doing that. Also, back bends, shoulder openers, and learning to roll out of postures is always really helpful. Learning to roll out can be a little bit scary, but once you learn how to roll out, you can roll out of Bakasana, tripod headstand, pretty much anything. But here we are. If you get into down dog and lift the heels really high and then step the feet up between the hands, you get the sensation of having the hip weight over the head. And it's really, really helpful. So feet between the hands, come up onto your tippy toes, and just get used to having that weight over the hands and head. Also, if you come into down dog and lift one leg and then lift the heels up, it gives you a sense of having your weight pushed forward into the hands or into the shoulders, and of course do both sides. Also, if you're in down dog and you lift one leg, just try and jump. Just try and catch some air. Don't have your objective as you want to go into the handstand from there. Just learn to lift the feet off the floor and push the hands into the floor hard, which will help to slow the movement. So you can do that a couple times each leg. That really helps. And as you get the float, you'll feel yourself starting to stay in the air for longer. So down dog, lift the heels, walk the feet between the hands. And then as you get more and more comfortable with that, shift the hip weight over top of the hands and try and either kick up or use the wall and try and bring both legs up at the same time, or ask your teacher to help you. Of course, the ultimate is bringing both legs up together straight. So, shoulder openers. Let's just have a quick look at shoulder openers. This is the lovely Mai, who comes to my boat class on Saturday. A good shoulder opener is preparation for Urdhva Dhanurasana. Come to the top of the head, bend the elbows, push the elbows towards one another. And then when you have the elbows, pretty close, 90-degree angles, push up into Urdhva and keep the elbows moving towards one another and somewhat bent. Don't lock the elbows. I don't really believe in locking the elbows ever, 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 ever. So here is Mai pushing her elbows together, and it really makes coming up into Urdhva difficult, but it's a great pec minor stretch. It's a great shoulder opener, and that helps you in your handstands, handstands mostly, but pretty much everything. Utkatasana is a great back bend. Utkatasana can actually be more of a back bend than Urdhva Dhanurasana, as well as up dog. In Utkatasana, try not to drop the head back so far. Up dog as well. Try not to push the head back really far. It kind of gives you a false sense of having a really big back bend. Try and push the shoulders back, work the back bend a little bit. I'm not saying to drop your weight into your low back. Push the hands into the floor and push them back a little bit so it actually extends your low back. But any back bend that you can work, just push against your edge a little bit and just, little by little your back bend will get better and better. So far with the shoulder openers and the back bends, we're kind of halfway there. Also, Dhanurasana. great back bend. Try and play with it a little bit. You can roll your weight back to the thighs. And here, half locust. I don't recommend half locust without a teacher. You can really break your neck. But anyway, up dog, just push the back bend a little bit. You know, you don't want it to really hurt, but you want to feel like you're working. And down dog, walking up on the tippy toes, really, really good for getting that sensation of having the weight over top of the hands. Just a good thing, you know, move your hands forward as you need, and then slowly but surely work them back.